in order to manifest more of the things that you do want rather than things that you don't want, there's one important thing that must happen, which is you must be open to receive. If you're not open to receive in abundance, then you're actually holding yourself back from really manifesting more of the things that you do want. And in this video, I want to share with you 7 powerful tips that can really help you start opening yourself up to receive more in abundance and start manifesting with more ease. And of course, manifest more of the things that you do want versus the things you don't want. So if you would like to learn how to open yourself up to receive more abundance, then stay tuned. Hello to beautiful soul, welcome back to another video, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so excited and grateful that you're here. My name is Kay Sanders, and this channel is all about helping awakening souls on their spiritual awakening journey so they can really awaken to their power within and create a life of more success, abundance, and freedom, all while living their life on purpose. And if that's you, I do want to extend an invitation. Please be sure to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I release new content. So I would assume that you would love to receive more abundance, experience more abundance in your life, and also manifest with more ease, right? So let me share with you some of those tips. There are 7 tips that I want to share with you that can really help you start manifesting with more ease, and also to open yourself up to really receive an abundance and to receive all the amazing things life has to offer to you. So the first one is you want to uncover your limiters. You want to uncover all of those doubts, the beliefs, the fears, the stories, the bad experiences, even people, anything and everything that you can uncover that really keeps abundance outside of your reach. And the thing is, abundance is already all over the place. You already are abundant in so many different ways, but it's often wanting to have more. Or let's say you are really in a situation where, let's say, you need more money, or you need to find a job, or you need more clients, or you need something. Whenever you are in need, you're actually in lack, and that really keeps abundance far, far, far outside of your reach. And it makes it very, very challenging for you to really start manifesting the things that you want. So, and I completely get it. If you're in a situation right now where you need money and you're very short on money or something like that, it can be very challenging to really then not feel in lack, not feel the need of something. But here I really want to invite you, allow yourself to really go through these 7 steps that I'm about to share with you, because they can really help you shift your vibration. Because whenever you are in need, you're actually in a lack energy, and lack does not attract abundance, right? It's simply a different frequency, and it doesn't attract abundance. So by you starting out with really uncovering your limiters, and feeling lack is one of those. And it's perfectly fine if you are feeling more lack rather than abundance. It's perfectly fine. Awareness is powerful. So when you become aware that, you know what, most of the time I'm feeling in lack, most of the time I'm not feeling good about what I have, and I really want more, and I'm craving more, I desire more, and those type of things, perfectly fine. Awareness is the first step, because with awareness comes the power of choice. And then I will, some of the steps that I'm going to share with you will help you really shift that as well. But uncover as much as you can about those limiters. Like I said, it can be your beliefs. What are your beliefs about really having what you want, of receiving the things that you want, of really being abundant, of having all the things that you want in abundance? Think about, do you feel deserving? Do you feel worthy? Do you feel good enough? All of those things. Like, really get clear on what are those limiters. Because if you don't know what those limiters are, well, then you just keep going on autopilot, and you keep wondering, why are you not manifesting with more ease? Why is it so hard for you to move forward? So really take some time. And I really want to invite you, don't do this from a point of view like that you're judging yourself or then beating yourself up over it. I really want to invite you, don't do that. Do this with an open mind and with an open heart to really uncover, because once you start uncovering, well, then you have the awareness. Then you have actually a choice, because then you can do something about it, right? Which brings me to the second piece here is then the second step is you want to release your limiters. And there's so many different ways that you can do it. You can heal, you can release, you can reprogram, you can see the truth and the higher truth. So let me unpack that, because I gave you a couple of different things here. Healing means really going deep and healing the root cause, like the emotional charge around those beliefs, those limiters. So once you have the list of limiters, then you can go through it. You can use Ho'oponopono to heal it. You can listen to, let's say, one of my light code activation. You can go through my list of light code activation to see what fits best for you to release those, whether it's emotional wounds or things like that. Or you can then work with someone or do your own healing, whatever you feel called to do. Maybe even do hypnosis. I mean, there's so many different ways to heal, but it's about healing the negative charge around those limiters that you uncovered. Because if there's an emotional charge or negative emotional charge around anything, your beliefs, your fears, your doubts, or whatnot, that is what you keep sending out, right? So if you are feeling in lack, well, there is something there, right? Lack is a negative energy. And when you start healing the root cause of why you're feeling lack, then you're shifting your vibration. So healing is really important to really heal the underlying, the negative charge around those limiters. Then also reprogramming your mind. You can do that with affirmations. But with affirmations, you really want to then use the ones that you feel in alignment with. Like, I know you can go online, you can find a bunch of affirmations, but you want to really be careful, because here that can also actually help you uncover some more limiters as well. Because as you're reading the affirmation, you want to pay attention. What thoughts, what feelings are coming up. But affirmations can really help you reprogram your mind as well. And then also seeing the truth and the higher truth. So let's say one of those limiters is that, oh my God, making money is so hard and I can't ever make it. Now, the truth here is that it's actually just your truth. You have believed that because, well, your circumstances taught you that, well, making money is hard. That it's hard to come by to make more money. Those type of things. Maybe there's sacrifices included or involved. Things like that. That is your truth. It is not the collective truth. Because if you're looking around, and this is like the higher truth here as well, there is money in abundance. Okay? There is no shortage of money. It's just each individual person's story, right? But it's not of a collective truth, because there's abundance everywhere. There's an abundance of money. There's an overflow of money. So you want to see the higher truth that, yes, maybe in this moment you are struggling for money. Maybe in this moment you have been challenged, or maybe for some time. That does not mean that it's going to be like that for the rest of your life. So when you allow yourself to see the higher truth that, you know what, up until this point, now here you also want to become aware of the words that you're saying, that I can't ever make money. It's very hard to make money. It's like there's like an end all be all kind of energy to that. But if you're saying it like this, up until this point, it was hard for me to make money. Up until this point, I didn't know what to do. Things like that. Because then you're saying, okay, up until this point, it was like that, but now I have a different, I have an opportunity to choose again, to shift, to realign, to do something about it, that my future can be a different story. Okay, so become aware of that, but you want to release those limiters. What you can also do is all the limiters that you have written down, then next to them, write down the opposite, the positive. And you really want to ingrain that. You really want to ingrain that deeply and make that your new truth. Which brings me to the third step here is you want to write a new story. Decide on a new story. If up until this point your life was the way it is right now, and you're realizing, I don't like this, I don't want this, this is not what I want, then you want to then think about, like, what does it really mean for you to be abundant? What does it really mean for you to have all the things that you want? Get some clarity around that too, because asking a question about what does abundance really mean to you will give you some really great insights, and also can also help you uncover some of those limiters as well, because you are an abundant being. You can have anything and everything that you want. The only one that's putting a limit to what you can have and experience is you. And I get that you're probably saying, well, but the economy, well, my life is like that, the circumstances. but you have the power to choose differently. And with those 7 steps that I'm sharing with you, this is the roadmap for you to really change your life and start opening yourself up to receiving in abundance, to really receive more of what you want. Now, of course, it's not going to happen in an instant, just like that. Like you're listening to this video, you start taking action, and then all of a sudden you're, super abundant. It doesn't work that way, because there's an internal programming that you have to overcome. And that's why writing a new story is so powerful as well. Once you uncover what your limiters are, you start reprogramming and healing and releasing them, then you really want to write a new story. You want to say, okay, up until this point my life was like this. I no longer want this. Well, what do I want instead? What is that next step? What is that next phase of your life? What do you want instead of all the stuff that you've experienced right now? What do you want instead? So getting clear on what would it really mean for you to be abundant, like absolutely abundant in all areas of your life? What would that mean? Who would you be when you have all that abundance? So once you get clear of what abundance means to you, you basically have then the baseline of who will you be then, right? Because then you can think of, okay, once I have all that, once I experience the abundance, who would I be then? How would I show up? What would be my experience be when I'm there? Get some clarity of that. Once you have what you want, once you experience all the abundance, once you manifest the things that you want, who would you be then? Really get clear about that, and then write a new story. Like it has already happened, from that point of that new version of you that actually has that. But what I like to do is, I call it my soul-inspired life blueprint, and I'm going to show it to you. This is like basically what it looks like. I've written down my story, the things that I want to experience in my life as if it already has happened. I go through each and every area of my life, and I've written down the different things of what I want to experience. And I want to invite you to do that too. For each area of your life, write a new story as if it has actually already happened. Now, I actually teach this process in my Unlock Your Soul's Blueprint 5-day challenge. It's completely free. If you want to join me in that, the link is in the description below. You can go to unlockyoursoulsblueprint.com, where I show you, there's an example of my soul-inspired life blueprint in there, so you can kind of get an idea of how I do that. But using something like that, or you can even write your reality on a daily basis, whatever you feel called to do, but write a new story for every area of your life. Or if you would just want to focus on one area, perfectly fine, because everything is interconnected anyways. If you focus on one area, the one area that really would have a ripple effect on all the other areas of your life, you can start there and really write a new story. This is so powerful when you write that new story as if it has actually already happened. You're actually energetically aligning yourself with that. Which brings me to the 4th piece here, is you want to embody and feel the essence of your desires. So by you writing your reality, you're getting into the feeling of, oh my God, this is so amazing. I'm going to have this, and I'm going to experience this. I'm going to show up like that. You're tapping into the energy. You're aligning yourself energetically to your desires. So by you embodying the frequency, the essence of your desires. So here what I mean with that, the essence of it. It's not just about you wanting, let's say, a new car, a new home, or a whole lot of money or whatnot. It's never the thing that you want, but it's what the thing will give you. So for example, money. It's not the money that you want. It's what the money will give you. Let's say you're struggling financially right now. Well, you want more money because the money will then give you freedom. It will give you security. It will give you, opportunities to pay your bills, so you don't have to worry about that. It gives you peace of mind. Then let's say you're not struggling financially, but you still want more money. Then the money gives you opportunities. It gives you choices. Let's say you want to travel, but you haven't been able to because money was tight, or you didn't have enough money to travel the world or whatnot. Well, more money will be able to give you that. More money will give you opportunities, gives you choices, gives you room to grow as well. Let's say you want to have a loving partner. It's not really the loving partner that you want. It's what you will get out of being with a loving partner. Having that friend, that person in your life. So you're no longer alone. So you have that companionship. You have fun. You can enjoy life. Things like that, right? So embody the essence of what you desire. So here, let's say, going back to the money situation, you want freedom, you want security, you want safety. Well, feel that. Teach your body how that feels like to feel free, to feel abundant, to feel like you have all the choices in the world, that you have opportunities, that you even feel abundant, whatever it is that you want, the essence behind it. You really want to feel it. You really want to step into it and also embody it. This is so important, because then when you embody that, you're sending out a completely different signal. You're sending out the signal of abundance, of prosperity, of success, of freedom, of joy, happiness, whatever it is that you want. So by you really uncovering the essence behind your desires and then feeling it, you're actually aligning yourself much more quickly with that future version of you. And especially if you're reading or writing your new story and really tapping into that, then that really collapses the timelines and it helps you get there much faster, because you don't create the life that you want by just doing a bunch of stuff outside of you. You create a new reality, a different life, the life that you want from within. It all starts from within. So by you writing a new story and then really embodying the essence of your desires, that's how you then energetically align yourself with it, and that's what calls it forth. And the same thing happens if you don't do that. If you keep focusing on lack, of not having, of feeling challenged, of feeling being frustrated, all these negative lower level frequencies, you create more of that too. So if you're really that powerful, which by the way you are, use that to your advantage. Instead of focusing on all the negative and all the stuff you don't have but you want and all of that, focus on the things that you do want. And I get it. If you're struggling, it's hard to feel that. I've been there, I've done that. I know exactly what you're going through. But in moments like that, when you're really struggling, it is very important that you do your best to watch your frequency, watch what you're sending out into the universe. If you keep focusing on lack, you're only going to attract more of that. And I mean, what do you have to lose, right? You can only gain so much from doing this by really aligning yourself to what it is that you want, really feeling it and calling it forth. Then the fifth step here is you want to act as if, like you truly want to believe it's already on the way. It is already on the way, because you keep sending out that signal. You keep telling the universe this is what you want. You really want it, and start acting as if, like knowing without a doubt it's coming. The money that I need is coming. It's already on the way. I'm just going to go about my day doing what I feel called to do. Everything is going to work out. Everything is happening. Everything is that needs to happen is happening. And really act as if it's really already on its way. This is so important. Now, of course, I'm not saying then go out and spend a ton of money if you don't have any. That is not what I'm saying. But just get into the essence of it. Let's say you want to have a new car, but you don't have the money yet. Well, look online. Look for some cars already so you can see what car is it that you want. Start taking some steps towards you achieving your goal, achieving your desires, but really acting as if it's really on its way, and really believing that it's on its way. There's no question about it. I know it's coming. I know it's happening. It just gotta, it's happening in divine timing, right? But act as if in the best way that you can. Then the sixth step here is you want to surrender and you want to allow. This is the most important step here, and also in a way the hardest one, because here you have to truly trust. You have to know without a doubt it's coming. You need to stay in that vibration of your desires. You have to surrender and really trust it's coming. You have to really let it go without trying to micromanage of it has to be exactly this way and you trying to make it happen, because whenever you try to make it happen, you're actually getting in your own way. Here, just daily tune in. Okay, what do I feel called to do today that will help me get one step closer to reaching my desires, reaching my goals? You're writing or reading your story, your new story on a daily basis, really feeling that the frequency of the essence of what you desire. That is one step. But of course, then you want to take those aligned actions, those aligned steps. But it's all about really surrendering, like really letting it go, and then just following your inner guidance. Okay, What do I feel called to do today? And then do that. Because you have to be in motion, right? You have to co-create what you want with the help of the universe, with the help of your team of guides, or whatever you want to call it, right? With this higher guidance, because you will receive guidance, and then that is you really surrendering, trusting that the universe has your back, that everything's going to happen just as you want it, or something even better. You always want to be open for this or something better, but really surrender, not trying to be too attached to the outcome, but really just trusting everything is going to work out. Everything that I need is already on the way. Use affirmation even if you need to really help you stay in alignment, but surrender and then allow. Be open to receiving. Allow yourself to receive. That is so critical, because the universe wants to give you everything that you want, right? But if you're just asking for it and you're maybe surrendering, but then you're not allowing yourself to receive, well, then you're also kind of blocking that flow. So be sure that you allow whatever wants to come to you in whatever way, by the way, okay? Let's say you need money and you say, oh, I want to get a raise at my job, or I want to get more clients, and you're really so focused on just that. But then maybe a relative reaches out to you like, hey, I just won the lottery. I want to give you like, $1,000 or whatnot. And you're like, oh, no, I can't take that. That's basically you saying no to the universe, because the universe works through each and every person that comes into your life that will support you in whatever way you need to really help you reach your desires, right? So just be open to receiving in whatever way is to your highest and greatest good. Never just in one way. That's you micromanaging your desires, and you micromanaging, you manifesting the things that you want, and just that, nothing else, just that, in just that way. But really be open to receiving whatever it is that is to your highest and greatest good, in whatever way is to your highest and greatest good. But surrendering and allowing is really you turning over your desires to the universe, say, look, this is what I want, help me. And of course, you, like I said, taking those daily inspired actions to co-create with the universe, because the universe will give you guidance, will give you insights, will give you nudges, will give you opportunities, and put people in front of you, everything that you need to really help you reach your desires. And the seventh and final step here is notice the signs. You're already very abundant in so many different ways. There's abundance all around you. You are a powerful manifester. Maybe up until this point, you just manifest a whole lot of things you don't want. But I'm pretty sure you also had times when you actually manifested something that you really, really wanted. You felt so in alignment with it, and all of a sudden it appeared in your life, or a version of it, maybe even better than you expected. But just notice the signs, and moving forward, as you're doing this kind of work, as you're really aligning yourself to your desires, really feeling it, and writing that new story, keep uncovering your limiters and really breaking through them, because this is really like it's a process that it's not like just step by step, but this is like a process that can change in a way as well, as far as the steps, because as you're maybe then writing your new story, then you're realizing, okay, there's some blocks coming up, some limiters. Well, then you're going back to the first step, uncover what are those limiters. Then you're going back to the second step, right? So you're kind of working with these steps all the time to really help you stay in alignment. But notice the signs, because as you're really doing this kind of work, you want to notice what is coming into your life, and then be absolutely grateful for everything that is coming into your life. You want more money, and then all of a sudden you're finding $1 on the street. Well, that is money that you manifested, that the universe gave you. Yes, it's maybe not what you wanted, the amount that you want, but it's $1 more than you had before, right? Or even if it's just 25 cents, it doesn't matter. But you want to be grateful for each and everything that comes into your life that will help you really reach your desired destination, or even just anything in life. Be grateful for all the things that you already have, because the more grateful you are for what you already have, that only opens you up for even more abundance. So allow yourself to really look around your life and see how blessed you already are, how abundant you already are in so many different ways. So this is the 7-step process that I wanted to share with you. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. And maybe even let me know down below, how do you feel about these steps, and what does abundance mean to you? Because abundance means something different for every single person. Abundance means something different for me than it does for you probably. So let me know in the comments below. I would love to know. But thank you so much for being here. I'm really grateful that you're here. Be sure to check out this next video. Here's also some additional manifesting tips to really align yourself with that energy of your desires. I really think you're going to love it. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Until then, make it an amazingly abundant, successful day. Namaste.